Okay, like on the day I moved in, I said I would put all the stuff that didn't seem appealing to me or was out of place back here. I had showed it to Maria. So this is all the stuff that was covering things or ornamental stuff. This thing in the bathroom was just barely hanging on. And here it is. So instead of letting it fall and this glass thing break, it just lifts right off. I put it here to keep it safer. The drain for the shower, if I tried to scrape that anymore, it would probably break the wire. I was looking for a new one, but as things happened, I found out I was moving. So anyway, that's why the shower thing is in there. You would need like maybe pool acid or something to clean that out. That was already there. So everything's pretty much cleaned out. Oh, an arrow. It's mine. I never used the any of the stuff here. The ironing board or any of that. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things in here I never touched. Especially in the kitchen. But if I go through here. There are some things, even though, and I showed it to Doris, the lady who helped me move in, because she swept up a big pile of stuff when she swept up the kitchen the day we moved in. So I know the place is cleaner than when I moved in. It looks like there's paint up here, this brown stuff, but there was more here. And she went ahead and cleaned that up. It was old dirt that was months and months old. That was there when I moved in. This is where that soap dispenser goes. This rubber is like years old. That needs to be all cleaned off and maybe use some acetone to prepare the wall before you silicone it again. Yeah, everything's clean. It's cleaner than when I moved in. Like this red paint here too. There's blemishes all over. It's not dirt. Some of it was dirt we cleaned up. And like I said, it was older dirt. But my vow was to make this cleaner than I moved in. You know, there's stuff up here. It's just, I just didn't complain about it when I moved in. You know, the place, I liked the place, so I wasn't going to complain about small things. There's that latch I changed for her. She had the part already. And in the kitchen, I got this dish organizer. I have no need for it now, so I'm going to leave that here. These are Maria's screws and tools in there. I used that to replace the hasp on the door. There's the coffee maker. I never used that. I used the rice cooker. I almost didn't because I couldn't clean this years of grease off. I don't know if you can see it. It's in the gap. It was really thick before. Really thick. And that was the best I could scrub out. I have pictures of it too. And underneath the... that's really old. But that was already there, obviously. That couldn't happen in 1 month. The stove's nice and clean. Just as good or better than when I moved in. I never used any of this stuff. And I didn't use anything down here. Nothing, nada. I was going to make coffee, but I saw the mold in here that's been there quite a while, and I just decided not to because I have instant. So nothing was touched in there for sure. I don't think I touched anything here. Maybe a brush. I don't know. Like I said, the dish organizer is there. It's clean. There's Brillo pad in there and other soap and detergents. I didn't touch anything in this drawer. Nothing in there. I don't even know what that is because I didn't touch it. So I don't know what that is. Oh, this thing, the day the drama happened over the internet and the doctor upstairs came down, he had woke me up And after arguing, I made some coffee, but I laid back down in bed. They sell these brand new on Amazon.com. I had left it on the burner too long because I was frustrated after arguing with him. And regardless, it's my fault. Take it out of the deposit, or I can get a brand new 3-cup one, even the one bigger, for $29 off Amazon.com. All the parts are down here. I'll post this on YouTube and make it private and send you a link to it. This area, I didn't touch anything in there. The microwave's nice and clean. Just as cleaner than it was. I didn't touch the salt, the filters, the plates, or anything there. I just stuck to a few sets of plates and silverware I took out, and then I left everything alone. Oh, this is my plate. So, everything in here. And, crap, one of these cups I think are mine. I don't know. I'll just leave them there. I know I had one ceramic coffee mug, but it's not that important. Well, these are my Super Maxi bags. And some of my Ziplocs. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else I could open here. Same in here. Oh, this is my can opener. Oh, these are my spoons here. Very little was used. This tray here for silverware, once I pulled the silverware out, I never put it back in the tray. This is all old. It's kind of a wet, oily dirt. So that was there from before. I didn't touch anything in here. That drip or whatever's there, and you can see it's kind of dirty. Oh, my Starburst from the United States. Same here. I didn't do any baking or cooking like that. Same here. This is all your stuff. I had no need to use it. Any of the knickknacks and trinkets that were sitting out are in that back corner closet, as I showed in the beginning of the video. Maria here is the one who did all the cleaning. I mean, Doris, sorry. And she was here on the move-in. She's the one who did the extra cleaning because the floors had a lot of stuff on it. Everything here is just as clean. I was watering your plants all the time because some of the plants don't get in the direction of the rain or enough, so I have a little pitcher, a water pitcher, so I was watering that. I missed the trash day, and then because of the circumstances here, I didn't want to bother anyone to ask when the next one was. But if you want to replace that little coffee pot for $30 somewhere, otherwise let me know and I'll get it off Amazon. But those things are very cheap. They look very fancy and antique, but they're not. The plant's nice and soft. I kept this one watered. Matter of fact, the ground's still wet on that one. Everything that's back here should be back here because the only thing we used was the... Did she use the mop? No, she didn't even use the mop. We just used the broom, and we used rags with disinfectant in a bucket of water to wash the floor. So the floor has been cleaned with disinfectant. Let me turn the light out. Oh, this light in here. 2 times it turned on. And that was after some of the drama with the internet. So I thought someone was messing with me, and I just left it alone. So both times within like 48 hours, someone turned it off. I didn't want anyone to get mad at me if they had turned it on for some reason, wanting a little extra glow out there in the hallway. But I think I've already covered the backyard. Besides it being longer now, I did pick some weeds, but you know, some people like dandelions even, so I didn't know how much to pick. I just picked a few that were obvious weeds. Like I said, I kept everything watered. Everything's clean. Like I said, it's cleaner than it was when I moved in. The carpet's hanging there. I'll beat on that a little bit to knock any dirt off. We'll get the bed made up. I did notice when I pulled this back, I guess that's why it's covered. Obviously, you guys knew that this table's really old. But the only thing I had sitting up here was my PlayStation, and I never used it because I really couldn't find a comfortable spot to sit in this room on that couch. So I used my laptop to watch movies. Any cushions that were on there that aren't, they're back there in the very back corner, are all the miscellaneous stuff that, decorations and other things that I didn't use that I didn't want to get lost. The keys are in the doors. I had taken them out, and I put one in the windowsill, and the one from the bathroom I put up here because I would walk by and it would tag me in the stomach on the side, or I'd nail my arm on it. So, but they're back in place. Those are the original keys. So, and Maria was real insistent that those don't get taken out, but I've put them back where they were. The bathroom's nice and clean. Like I said, it's cleaner than it was when we moved in. Maybe, can you get the mirror? Do you have a... Okay, then we're gonna get the mirror. And I'm trying to think of what else. So the broom's out here. That's the only thing that wouldn't be back in the... I can't remember the name of this thing. Bodega. Everything else that was here is here. Doris and I had no reason to take anything else. I didn't do any landscaping, no need for tools. I didn't use the ladder. I don't even know what's in this box. So I had bought all my own rags. So that's what she's been cleaning with. There's the key there. That's still in that door. The bathroom light went out 2 days ago. So, but with the sunlight, it wasn't a problem. So I was going to use one of the light bulbs over the stove, but they're so greasy. I mean, they're really, it's like there's honey. It's like there's honey stuck to the bulbs. And you can see there's little bugs that landed and got stuck there. But I didn't even cook that much. Everything I cooked was... Where did I cook? No, all I made was coffee on the burners. Because I used the rice cooker. And then I made burrito kits. And then I had my cup of soups with hot water. The freezer, the ashtrays. Get rid of that. What's that on? Number 3? Between 3 and 4. Everything's nice and clean. I mean, I wasn't here long enough to cause any wear or tear on anything. Tablecloth is in that back closet. Like I said, the carpet's hanging out there, and our rags. Those are all my rags. I used the oil on something here. I can't remember what. Something was squeaking. But anyway, it was nice to have that sitting there. The remote control for the TV's over here. And the antenna. We'll get the bed made. Maria said if you wanted to talk to her, she could tell you about how much she swept up the day she moved in. I mean, it was a big pile of stuff from the floor. She went around sweeping. The person who cleaned for her didn't do a very good job. Or she was in a rush. Probably not her fault, but I just wanted to mention. And I didn't complain about that either. I was just happy to have a nice place to live in. This really is a nice place. It's too bad that even having a cigarette out here, where it would go over the back to where there's buildings way over on the other side and there's no one above me. How it could get all the way down there to the other gringo's apartment, and he smoked cigarettes. He had a cigarette with me that day your mother started texting me. 15 minutes after that cigarette out front, your mom started texting me all upset about smoking. And I had a cigarette with the American out front, which is, he has no place to complain. Plus, how does smoking out here in the open get over to there? Because I always close the doors when I have a cigarette out back. And my smoking was at 1 pack a week. So you can imagine it's not very much smoking. And I had only been smoking for a year, so it was just something that I got caught up in. But yeah, those windows are sealed. Even if a little smoke drifted in my window from out back, these are concreted in bricks. Plus, I don't like the smell of cigarettes where I live. So I wouldn't have wanted the smell in the house. And you know, I saw the ashtrays when I moved in, and no one told me no smoking. And since I don't smoke inside a place where I live, I naturally went out back and had a cigarette. I mean, I was outside. If you go out on the street, there's people walking around, and it seems less intrusive to other people to be able to have, in your private backyard, have a cigarette. But anyway, yeah, these plants have grown a lot. Maybe because I've been watering them extra. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure I get everything. Got the refrigerator. We got all the kitchen stuff I did and didn't use. Yeah, this stuff was here from before. You can see it. I'll ask Doris if she can clean that up too. Like I said, I wanted this place cleaner than when I moved in. But oh, Doris, could we get this too? Can you get this too? Yeah, it's old, not 1 month. Yeah, can you? Okay. Gracias. So anyway, like I said, the door looks really dirty, but she washed it down. Most of it is stuff that you can't get off that's been there for a long time, even like the blue paint here. And the stuff that looks like dirt isn't. This stuff up here. So, but she did scrub it down. The stuff that had been there obviously way longer than a month, she scrubbed down as hard as she could. And, oops, let me straighten that. And, like I said, this thing was just hanging. Oh, in the shower. This shower rack thing would slide off when you'd go to grab it. So I just put a little, you can see the white zip tie there. I just put a white zip tie there to keep the ring pushed back against it. The ring was already off the wall. The ring and that thing would slide all the way down on you. Now it wiggles, but it's not going to slide off and come at you in the shower. So, yeah, I guess that light bulb's out. I'll get my charger cable from here. That's the same wires that were sitting up there when I moved in. Or they were on the floor. The couch, I had left the sheet over it, so it was in nice shape. There was something on the table, but that's in the back too. All the pictures are still on the wall. That's your broom and dustpan. Went over all the drawers in the kitchen. Like I said, I'll leave this here. Like I said, that's the coffee pot thing. Like I said, on Amazon, it's $30 for the nicest one they have. I think they're called a Mecca pot. Metapot or Mecca pot. Anyway, didn't use that stuff. Trying to think of what else I could go over. Didn't really have any company. I had a friend over once. We went out back and had a cigarette. We didn't smoke in the house. So that was the only time there may have been a little extra smoke. And the internet still with the upgrade goes down to, sometimes it goes down to like, the upload is like 0.25 and the latency is so bad you can't do anything with it. But Etapa said it was a free upgrade to fiber. This technology is so old, especially with dual bonded together RJ11 telephone wires. It's not even Ethernet, Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable, which they had been using until the fiber. I just want to make sure I get everything. So Maria's Doris is my witness to the condition of the place. Even out here, it's nice. Like I said, the only thing I have is the trash here. And I'm not worried about the extra 20 on the internet, But I think the deposit should cover that coffee pot, getting that, and then let me know what you feel is fair. Because I had to pay her to come out and clean. I wanted to make sure no one got mad at me. I wanted to make sure the place was cleaner than when I moved in. And those are one of the things I have limitations with, is bending over too much because of all the scar tissue in my abdomen. So I had to have help cleaning. Yeah, it's nice out here. Well, I guess I could cut the video short. You guys have my phone number, so you can give me a call, or I can give you Doris's number and she can tell you, what the condition was when we moved in and how it's cleaner now. Even the table under that tablecloth, that old, really worn out tablecloth, this table was dirty underneath, but it's clean now. Okay. Like I said, I pointed out the things I never touched. So if it's dirty, if those things are dirty, the utensils or anything in there, it was that way. And, okay, I can't think of anything else I need to go over. And I have pictures too, so some close-ups of other things that I thought might be good to have just in case there were some questions. All right. Just give me a buzz and let me know what you think.